That's my phone. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. If the look has a little different approach to it as far as your graphics are concerned, it's a little different for us, too. Although it's a audio-only broadcast, the backdrop to your graphic has got blue versus black, and we're looking at a field that's a little different than the one that we were on previously. It is all because of a move, compliments of Mother Nature. Mama Nature came through about, I guess a couple of hours ago, dumped a whole lot of rain on Veterans Memorial Park here in Bristol. And the best field for getting play resumed, as this is the only game that had not completed as far as the 3 p.m. round of games are concerned. So they brought this game to the best manicured, best draining field, and that's why we're no longer on 4, we are on 3, and why everything's got a different look for us up here in the box, and a little bit different look for you on the other end of the broadcast as well, because we have switched to another computer. Too much info, right? You want to just hear what's going on as play resumes? Well, you got a base runner aboard, and that base runner at second is Keaton Foster. Aiden Smith stepping into the batter's box. 1 away, 4 runs have plated here in the top part of the 6th. As we get your baseball back underway, Landon Gammons moving to the on-deck circle, and the pitch is a little bit outside to Aiden Smith. Smith with 3 base hits, 3 for 4 in the game. Single in the first, second, and fourth, and then wrapped into a 6-4 in the 5th, batting here in the 6th. 5 outs away from wrapping this one up, and then the rains came. As the pitch is high and inside on Smith, and he is given a walk down to first. So forgive me, but it may take a moment to get acclimated to the new surroundings. I know it's just one booth over, one window over, but it is a laptop versus a Mac. It's a little different mixer. It's got to get adjusted. By the way, if you caught the back end of the first part of the broadcast, there was a question in regards to a pitcher. And that pitcher for Spring Hill was not eligible to be pitching until 8 o'clock tonight. And as a result, there was a lot of things that had to be decided and delved through to get that matter resolved. But it's resolved, and here we are with baseball and a new pitcher coming in. For Spring Hill, Cassius Williams is about to make his way to the mound. We'll get you some numbers on Jake Garrett and take a look at Williams when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The new pitcher is Cassius Williams as we resume play in the top part of the 6th. Landon Gammons to the plate with a couple of base runners on. Jake Garrett works a third of an inning, faces 4, no strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit given up. He is allowed a run, but is responsible for the couple of base runners that are on here in the top part of the 6th. Landon Gammons hit by a pitch, struck out, popped out, and singled. He is 1 for 3 in this one. Cody Bird to the on-deck circle. I'll tell friends, tell neighbors. Resumption of play. Marianna Spring Hill American here in Bristol on now a cloudy but not so ominous looking day. Pitches high from Williams, and that moves base runners up 60 feet. Foster to third. Smith goes to second. And Landon Gammons now with a couple of RBI opportunities. And there's a walk given to Gammons, and the base is loaded. Luke Thomas moving to the on-deck circle, representing the leadoff hitter for the inning. So this Marianna squad batting around here in the top part of the sixth, trying to add some insurance. Pitch out of the strike zone. Bird wrapping into a fielder's choice, has a single and double to his credit. Also ground out to third. There's a strike delivered by Cassius Williams. Williams moving from short to the mound, and then, of course, from the mound to short goes Jake Garrett. Bases loaded, one away. Outside with a pitch. Count runs to 3-1 on Cody Bird. Swing and a miss, and the count is full. So before the rains came, we got about an hour 50 of baseball in where this game was concerned. Got into the top part of the sixth. And then the rains came, and now maybe an injury. Rachel Rivera playing behind the plate and apparently got bummed up a little bit on the fouled off pitch by Bird. And she is continuing to take a walk down the third base line. An elimination game, Marianna Spring Hill American. One team advances, the other wraps up their season. And Rivera apparently going to stay in the game. She is tough. Said, Coach, just give me a minute to get my bearings, and I'll be back behind the plate. And gets a low five from Sam Rudd, the plate umpire, before getting the headgear back on and stepping back in. It is fouled out of play. Byrne wrapping into a fielder's choice. Singling, doubling, grounding out, and awaiting the toss. Williams over the head of Byrne, and the bases loaded walk brings in another run. So Foster will come in from third. Smith goes to third. Gammons is at second. And Bird is at first. And it becomes a 12-4 contest. And the guy that started off the innings back into the box, Luke Thomas. Thomas has already singled here in the sixth. Takes this one, pops it up towards center field. Rojas Frias makes the grab, tagging up from third is Smith. He will come in and score. Meanwhile, Gammons will break late to third, and Bird will break late to second. And they are both safe as well. Throw, tossed around on the infield. In comes Gammons and Bird to third. So it was the Luke Thomas sac fly that brought in one run. But it was a throw around on the infield that brought in one more. And it is now a 14-4 advantage, Marianna. Jordan Broxton next. Broxton with a walk, a strikeout, a single, and a walk. Innings 1, 2. To make that 1, 3, 4, and 6. Toss goes into the dirt. Coming in from third, that is Cody Byrne. And Marianna now clearing the base path and putting their 15th run on the board. And Broxton will go over to talk to coach with the bases cleared and 2 away. Fouled away. Broxton walking in the first, striking out in the third, singling and driving in a run in the fourth. Walking and scoring in the sixth and taking one behind the back here in the top part of the sixth. Fouled away by Broxton. That got a piece of the headgear of Rivera and might have got some of Sam Rudd's gear as well. And Sam will walk out and hand the baseball to Cassius Williams to give Rivera a chance to recover. Rachel appears to be okay, though. And maybe it's Sam Rudd that needed a little break before getting back behind the plate. The one thing that this rain did do is cool things off a little bit. It was very hot during the opening part of this contest. Well, we are anticipating, by the way, getting all the rest of the play for today in. It's only a little before 8. The crews did a sensational job at prepping the fields. Walk issued to Broxton. And Broxton goes down to first. Riley Atkinson next. Wrapped over towards first. It is scooped up. That is Joey Leiser. Did Leiser get over to first in time ahead of the arrival of Riley Atkinson, according to the official? No. And it'll be an Atkinson single that has a couple of base runners on for Marianna. Well, now coming back to the box is Atkinson. If that is an out, it's the third one of the inning. So there was a little confusion on the diamond currently. And now they say indeed that is an out. So Leiser able to beat out Atkinson, getting the out over at first as we resume play here in the top part of the sixth. But a big sixth inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs will play. And Marianna's got an 11-run lead heading into the bottom of the sixth.
She's frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
We head to the bottom of the sixth. Rachel Rivera starting things off for Spring Hill American. Jake Garrett, Joey Lizer due up in the inning, too. Big sixth inning for Marianna. They needed some insurance, and, well, let's see if 8 more is enough. Now leading it by an 11-run margin. Shout-out says, Landon Gammons, you make us all proud. Keep up the hard work and dedication to the team. Go Marianna. Love Mom, Dad, and Kaylee. Well, this broadcast, when you go back to listen to it, will be divvied up into a couple of parts. Part 1 will be prior to the rain and Part 2 after the rain. Why was that necessary? Because we swapped fields, swapped computers. It's a little complex, probably a little too much info, but it's just why we had to do the things we do. Rivera, Garrett, and Lizer all coming to the plate here in the bottom part of inning number 6, and Spring Hill Americans got to have a really big inning. Down by 11, 15-4. Rachel Rivera with a pop out to second, a line out to third, 0 for 2 in the game. Here's the delivery from Riley Atkinson, swung on a miss, strike 1. I do not know if AAA Division II moves back here to field 3 for the last game of the day. Rivera shoots it towards right field, base hit. And Rachel Rivera on with a leadoff single for Spring Hill American. Jake Garrett coming to the plate. Shout-out says, let's go Cody Byrne and Landon Gammons. We love you, from Caitlin and Kaylee. Thanks, Caitlin and Kaylee. Jake Garrett, a couple of walks in the first and fourth. Joey Lizer moves to the on-deck circle. Lights on here at Veterans Memorial Park in Bristol. Rivera, the base runner, at first. And it is lifted into foul territory and out of play by Garrett. Well, if we're going to put a rally together that produces at least 11 runs, got a good start with Rachel Rivera getting on with a single over to right field. Swing and a miss by, well, that's not Garrett, by the way. That is Matt Opolsky-Rowe, who is batting for Garrett. So Opolsky-Rowe, who had an at-bat in the third as the 11 hitter, getting an at-bat here in the sixth as a pinch hitter for Garrett. Pops it up, center field, and the basket catch will be made. Mason Wood able to get underneath it. And that looks like that's Landon Cornelius now in center. And he will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 away as Joey Lizer comes to the plate. Joey Lizer, a pop out to short and a single. He is 1 for 2 in the game and has scored a run. Winner of this one playing at 11:30 tomorrow morning. At least that's the plan. And we'll take on the winner of the Sebring Bartow game, which is coming up. High fly ball left field. That's going to get well over the head of Bryce Mitchell all the way to the fence. Rivera winds up at third. And at second with a double is Joey Lizer. Well, a couple of nice base hits here as Rivera got one to lead it off and one out into the inning. Lizer with a double. And now a couple of base runners on for Caleb Brandenburg. Brandenburg 1 for 2 in the game. Throw over to first to appeal. Apparently a missed first base by Lizer or leaving early by Rivera, and they don't get either. Brandenburg, a pop out the second of the second, a single and a run scored in the fifth. That one will get away from Thomas, but Spring Hill Americans playing it safe. You've only got 2 more outs, and you don't want to use one up, potentially running into an out at home plate. Brandenburg awaits. It is chopped over towards first. Broxton will pick it up, go to the bag, get the out, concedes the run. With an 11-run lead, you much prefer the outs. You can concede the run, and Rivera will come in and score. Brandenburg picking up the RBI. Lizer to third, but there are 2 gone. A 15-5 contest. Grant Jordan, who has singled and tripled, wraps this one into right field. Base hit. Lizer will score. So Jordan with a 2-out RBI single. And Spring Hill American trying to pull off the improbable, not the impossible. I've mentioned several times that a JUCO softball game, Marion Military Institute, Wallace Hansville. Wallace Hansville scored 16 runs, 16 of them with 2 gone. Anything can happen. Alex Schmidt. Strike delivered. Couple of base hits for Schmidt, 1 RBI. Here's the 0-1 offering from Atkinson. Too far inside, and the count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike on Schmidt. Justin Teague hoping for an opportunity. And actually, I see that on deck he's been replaced by Trevor Scrivens. So Scrivens going to pinch hit for Teague, and that one winds up right here near us. We didn't have a little netting in place and had the window open. And if I could catch, it would be in hand. But there's about 3 ifs that weren't in place. And it's a 1-2 count on Schmidt. Here's the Atkinson 1-2 offering. Way outside, 2-2. Right back up the middle. 1 hopper knocked down and grabbed by Atkinson. Goes over to first. Gets Scrivens on the 1-3. Ball game over. It is a Marianna win. 15-6 your final score. Marianna advancing to take on the winner of tonight's Sebring-Bartow matchup. With a loss, the season comes to an end for Spring Hill American. Thanks so much for tolerating a lengthy rain delay and actually a couple of different links to be able to listen to the coverage. Great to have you on the other end of the broadcast. Thanks for the shout-outs, too. It's a final 15-6. Marianna wins it. Robert Williamson saying so long for all of us at Jock Jive Sports and for Dixie Youth Baseball.